Welcome. I'm Amy Watson, a certified life after baby loss coach and mom to 2 babies in heaven. Join me as I show you how you can truly find yourself again. Together, let's knock off those rough, painful edges and learn to carry your grief so you can step forward into all this life has in store for you. This is the Smooth Stones Podcast. It is finally here, and to be honest, I am a bit emotional today. I have been planning what to do to celebrate my 100th episode and to celebrate you for months. My goal was to bring some love and some brightness to you, as well as inspiration and fun. And then the world got even heavier than it already was, if that didn't seem possible. And I realized that this is exactly what we all need right now, to celebrate our lives no matter what we're going through. Because our circumstances do not control us. We get to choose how we feel, and today I want to feel excited. I'm excited because today is a big deal. It's kind of socialized into us, especially as women, not to be prideful or arrogant. We need to be humble and quiet and not toot our own horns. But I want to be an example that even when it feels really awkward, you can celebrate you. It could be for the smallest thing or a big impossible goal that you made possible. But it's important to keep showing your brain the good things in life and the good things that you do. And then you can be an example for others. It is not bragging, it's acknowledging your accomplishments. So as I celebrate 100 episodes, I want you to be thinking of something you've done that you are proud of yourself for. It may even be giving yourself a few minutes to listen to this podcast. Or it might be that you survived another day dealing with everything on your plate. It could be going to a scan for your pregnancy after loss and handling it. Or just letting yourself cry and not making it mean anything. Maybe you told someone how many kids you had and included your angel and felt proud. Or you left them out and didn't feel guilty about it. All of these little things deserve acknowledgement. And I acknowledge you. I am so proud of you. Because this is such a big day, I wanted to do something really fun. And if you're on my email list, you already know what it is because everyone on my email list gets a scoop on everything early. But today I'm announcing a giveaway, and the grand prize is a Minky Couture blanket. If you've never heard of Minky Couture, you are missing out. They make the softest, prettiest, most luxurious blankets ever. The company was started by a mom who wanted to give her daughter comfort while she was ill in the hospital. And they are a women-run business, and they give back in so many ways. As a bereavement volunteer, I have given some of their littlest blankets to families who have lost a baby. And these same blankets also are given to NICUs as part of their Heart of Minky program, which is such a beautiful thing, and I know it means a lot. I picked out the most beautiful design. It is white with blue and green watercolor feathers. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that blue-green watercolor is my jam. And so it seemed just meant to be. And the feathers are a symbol for so many people that our angels are near. This blanket is worth almost $200, and you want it. It is adult size. I actually have it sitting in my lap right now. I'm touching it. I wish that I could reach through your phone and let you touch it too, but it has the silkiest navy blue satin edging. It has just a beautiful soft powder blue underneath, and then the top, which is the white with the feathers. It is gorgeous, and it is not too thick. I think it's just perfect for air conditioning. In the summer, I purposely picked one that would be great in the summer, but you are going to be fighting your family for this blanket if you win. So you want to win. Now, how do you win it? I'll tell you. All you need to do is review this podcast and share it with your friends. So to review the podcast, it's really simple. In Apple, you just scroll down. You'll see 5 purple stars. So click on 5 stars, then go a little bit farther down and you'll see a little spot. It says write a review. All you need to do is just share your favorite thing about the podcast or how it's helped you. And that's it. It really takes 2 minutes. You can even pause right now and go do it. I will wait for you. Reviews mean so much to me personally. I read every single one. They also help other people find the podcast and know that it's full of goodness. So once you've reviewed, tell your friends on social media or in person, right? I'm not making you tag a whole bunch of people on Instagram or whatever. I know that a lot of my favorite podcasts have been recommended to me personally by friends. So tell your angel mom friend who really needs this, right? If you love listening, just even text somebody or put it in your support group. Just say, you know what? This is a great podcast and it's really helped me. And here's how. And I think everyone should listen to it. Then just go to smoothstonescoaching.com/100. So the number's 100 and tell me that you did those things. I've got a little form. You just click a box. I did them. It's the honor system. You guys, I'm not going to make you screenshot. I'm not going to make you go through a bunch of hoops. I just really want you to review it and share it. So that's it. The contest will run June 2nd to June 9th, 2022, and the winner will be notified June 10th. So also come see me on Instagram. We'll be doing some other fun things over there as we celebrate this week together. So that is at amy.smoothstonescoaching. And I have to tell you, because I bought 2 blankets, one for me. That's the one that I'm snuggling with right now. It's for me to enjoy and take lots of pictures with for this contest. And then one for the winner. So if you win, you get a brand new one. I just want to be clear about that. It will be nicely packaged and untouched. Now, I hope you're as excited as I am about that. And I'm also really, really excited about the rest of the episode. I am going to share 5 lessons I've learned over the past 100 episodes and almost 3 years of podcasting. I can't believe it went so fast. I think it was about this time 3 years ago that I joined a podcasting course to help me launch my podcast. So these lessons are absolutely going to help you with any goal you are trying to accomplish. And they are lessons that you'll learn when you work with me in my 3-month coaching program, where I teach you how to find yourself again after loss. Losing a child breaks you apart, and I can help you put yourself back together. Not the same as you were, but an even better, deeper, and more ready to take on life after loss version of you. You have so much good to do in this world, lady. I'll show you how to get there. And it's a lot easier and faster when you have the support you need. Lesson 1, and I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, start before you are ready. I wasn't ready. There's a lot of schools of thought of when you should start a podcast, especially as a coach. Should you wait till you've got a big business going on? When should you start a podcast? When is it the best idea? What do you need to know? Do you need to be a great interviewer? Do you need to be an eloquent speaker? Do you need to have all the confidence in the world and a huge launch and have millions and millions of downloads on the first day? And I say, no, you don't. You can start before you are ready. Whatever you want to do. You want to run a marathon and you haven't even gone for a walk in 5 years? You can start. You go for it. Anything you want to do, you want to have another baby, you feel terrified, you can start. Start before you're ready. You just need to want to do it. That's all you need. You just need to decide. Decide to do it. Go for it. You feeling ready really comes from your thoughts, right? And you might have all these thoughts about what it means to be ready, but you in the end get to decide that. So don't let yourself stop yourself. We are our worst critic. We hold ourselves back the most. We procrastinate. I know there is someone listening right now who needs this kick in the pants. Start before you're ready. Now is the best day. Today is the best day. Just go for it and see what happens. Your future self is going to thank you. The second lesson is action builds confidence and quiets the mind. I talk a lot about mindset, but you can't just sit with your journal and your pen and paper and coach yourself until you feel confident and feel better. You have to just do it, and do it scared, and do it messy, and make tons of mistakes. And wish you could go back and re-record a bunch of episodes or whatever it is. Just go ahead and do it. And the more you do it, the better you're going to feel. This quiets the mind, right? Our brain will go on overdrive, giving us all the reasons we shouldn't do something and all the reasons we're not worthy, we can't do it, we're not good enough, we're not there. But when you do it, you just keep showing your mind that you can do it. You start building evidence that you can do it, and that's going to make it easier and easier. And those thoughts are going to go away. This is a lot like when I first got on Instagram. I actually was never on Instagram until I started a business. And I was like, I don't know how to do this, how to show up. I don't want to go live. I don't want to do stories. Like being on video seems terrible. And you know what? I just did it though. And I did it and I did it and I did it. And now it's just like talking to my friends. It feels really, really comfortable. And I don't have all that chatter in my brain that I used to. So keep taking action. Yes, we want to have a good mindset. We want to have our emotions ready to go. But sometimes you just have to do the thing. Number 3, just ask. The worst someone can do is say no. And the worst thing that can happen is an uncomfortable emotion. This is from the guests I've had. So I have had some incredible guests. And in my world, they're like celebrities. And I was like so scared to ask. So scared to ask them to be on the podcast and to come and talk to me. And so scared to show up on Zoom with them and have a discussion, right? Of course, you're nervous. But you know what? Everyone that I have asked has said yes. So you're never going to get the yes if you don't ask. You have to be willing to get the no, and you might get lots of no's, but you might get the yes. So go out there and do the thing that scares you. Ask the question. It's so important, right? If you're just willing to feel uncomfortable, you can get amazing, amazing things. Number 4, do it your own way. There are so many experts out there, including myself. I have a way that I feel like makes life easier and better, but you don't have to agree with everything I say. You need to do it your own way. You need to trust your gut. You need to understand your family, your time, the constraints that you have, and the desires that you have, because experts and books and Instagram influencers, they don't know you. You know you. So whatever your goal is, do it your way. One example of this is my coach is very consistent, and that's something she is really proud of, that once she started her podcast, she never missed a week, never once. And for like 300 plus episodes now, she's never missed a week. Well, I did not do that. And at first I was like, I had a lot of stuff come up. I had a lot going on, and I didn't always get a podcast out. That's why I'm hitting 100 episodes at almost 3 years. But you know what? That's okay. I worked through that to realize, you know what? Sometimes I'm going to prioritize my family over getting a podcast out. Sometimes I'm going to prioritize getting a better podcast out than putting something out that I really didn't have the time to do the kind of work that I wanted to do. And so even though experts will say you need to be consistent, or, same with a lot of goals, will be like, you have to do it every day. You have to make a goal and stick to it. You know what? It's okay if life ebbs and flows. We have cycles. We are women. We have times that we have more energy, and we have times that we have less. We are grieving. We have grief waves. So do it your own way that works for you. This is such good advice for literally anything you are doing. Pay attention to your energy, pay attention to your gut and what really feels aligned with you. And then keep going that way, and just cut out all that chatter that says you need to be different. You don't need to be different. You need to be you. And when you do it your way, you are going to succeed. All right. And number 5, as we wrap it up, make it fun. Now, fun is relative here. We are talking about grief. We are talking about death. I am interviewing my own children on this podcast about the death of their siblings and how they feel about that. And you might not describe it as fun, but kind of going along with number 4, making it fun means you do things that light you up, that you're excited about. And I tend to be down in my office really late at night when it's quiet, when my younger kids have gone to bed and everything's kind of settled down, and I get to come down to my office and talk to you. And I seriously love it so much. I've had people ask me recently, what excites you about your business? What do you love about your business? And I say, I love my podcast. I love talking to people. I love sharing the things that I've learned in my life and hopefully helping you. And so that's really fun for me. And that's why I have done 100 episodes. And that's why I have like a million ideas for more, because I love it. I love doing it. It's fun and exciting for me. And for some people, doing a podcast would be terrifying. It is just not what they want to do, right? It seems like right now everyone has a podcast, but you know what? If it's not your thing, don't do it. Do the things that are fun. Make it fun. Sometimes there's some self-help gurus that talk about the Superman pose or superhero pose and like getting pumped up. And sometimes I do those things and it feels really silly, right? Before I get on the microphone, I'm like pumping myself up and trying to get in the best energy so that energy will translate straight to your ears and to your heart and to you. And so just things like that. I love thinking of examples and just learning how to do it. Another thing is a lot of times we're afraid to try something new that we don't know how to do, but learning how to do new things, that's fun. It's fun figuring out how to edit a podcast. It's fun now that I know how, and I'm way faster than I used to be. It's just so good. So any goal you have, make it fun. How can you make it a little bit more silly, a little bit lighter? Grief is heavy. Life can be heavy. It's okay to make it fun because you're going to be much more likely to continue doing the thing when you are having fun with it. So those are my tips for today. I hope that you take all of them or just one of them that really struck you and put it towards any goal you have in your life. Even if it's like, I want to keep the house clean this summer with all my kids home. How can you make that fun? How can you just ask? How can you do it your own way instead of, some expert that told you how to do a chore chart? If that doesn't work for you, don't do it. All these lessons will work in any situation. All you got to do is get out there and do it. Start now, even if you're not ready, and then keep taking action and have fun with it. It's going to be amazing. And I really want you to take the action of going and reviewing the podcast. My goal is to get 100 reviews this week for the 100th episode of the podcast. It's a big goal for me. But I know that if everyone who listens to this and everyone who follows me on Instagram and who's on my email list, if everyone does it, it will easily pass 100 reviews. I truly appreciate it. And I want you to have an amazing week. Like I said, come over to Instagram, go to smoothstonescoaching.com/100. Make sure you enter the contest. I can't tell you won if I don't know that you entered. So we will see you next week for episode 101. I'm so excited to get into the hundreds, and we're going to talk about why I like being wrong. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you next time. Are you tired of feeling like your baby's death was somehow your fault? Go to smoothstonescoaching.com and get my free mini course, How to Stop Blaming Yourself After Loss.